Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, what we're going to teach is made with VFX Graph, information through SDF. Then the particles are exposed to the location of the SDF, produce irregular lines on edges. They're kind of like electrical wiring. Then we can switch the SDF information file. And then create different shapes of edges. The lines look very sci-fi. We'll start making it now. Determine the preferences. Experimental operators, blocks is ticked. Then we started building a VFX file. We'll use a simple loop. Create a new file. Drag it onto the scene. Open editor. And we started editing what was inside. So first, let's take a look. Change the word to local. Then change it to manual. Then adjust its area size. And the number of particles. Delete some unwanted blocks. Let's add a set direction. This is the direction of the particles. Then I'll add a render direction. This one is made with extra subgraph. So let's take a look at the manufacturing process. Let's build a new visual effect subgraph operator. Then we're going to make particles can spawn from randomly different locations. First set its starting node and ending node. This is mainly using some mathematical formulas. Let it generate a random number of positions. If you just want to learn the function of colliding lines, you can skip here. Here is the function to make particles disperse randomly. The main thing is to make it have 3 direction positions of x, y, z. Then finally remember to connect to the output. The unit should remember to choose the correct one. Okay, that's it. We can see it here. Now, it can be used in the VFX Graph editor. Then connect it to set direction. It doesn't work now. It's because it is also influenced by some of the settings below. And then we make the following adjustments. Let's add a position. Then pull it into the editor. Let's set the location here. Connect it to the set position. Then connect it to set velocity. Set the force in different directions. Then we set it to a negative number here. It will go inward. And you see that the force just goes inward. Now, because of gravity, it goes down. Then we can adjust it again. Lifetime, we didn't want to use random. Just use a fixed number. Then add a set size here. Adjust the size. And set color. This will be used later. Then the update particle below. Take the gravity off. Okay, now you can see it. Particles will fly from all around to the middle. Then we add a Collision Sharp SDF. Add a texture 3D. Set to SDF. After connecting to the field of SDF, you can externally enter SDF information. And now look at the output. Change it to a long velocity. Then delete the color over lifetime block. Add set scale. Then select only the XY part. Let it go inward with a pointed inward feeling. And we're going to put the SDF in here. Then if you want to make the SDF, you need two: Visual Effects, Utilities, SDF Bake Tool. And then there are some presets, Model. We can use the sphere, Bake Mesh. Then save SDF. Okay, there it is. Let's drag it in VFX. Then there is actually SDF inside, although you can't see him. But it can be found that particles will bounce away after collision. Set bounce to 0. It will stick to it. Then set lifetime loss to 1. Particles disappear when they hit SDF. Okay, then let's make the lines generated when particles hit SDF. Let's make a trigger event on die. If you can see the GPU event, that's the preferences, visual effect, experimental operators, blocks is not ticked. Remember to tick it. The position and color, just use source. Then add a set direction and lifetime. And we'll set for this set direction. Add a switch. Change it to VFX component. Then we set its fields to 6. It will be used later. We'll come back to that later. Now put the SDF information in. Let it move based on the vertex information of the SDF. We connect this to set velocity. Then let's make another trigger event here. We use overtime here. Then use the particle strip. The paragraph just now is F to the contact. Produce the movement of particles. After moving randomly, add lines here. Let it produce trailing lines. Then the position and lifetime here. And the colors OU source. Then the output we use. Output particle strip line. Then add set color over lifetime. This will be used later. Okay, let's tune the switch. The options here allow particles tune. We'll do random displacement. When particles contact SDF, just start making particles move randomly. And then pull the tail line. We can set different parameters to try. Let's set the lifetime of the line to be shorter. Disappear sooner. Control more lines. Let's change the color. Make it a brighter blue. Then make particles smaller. Take a look. A little more particles. Now the line after collision. Make it brighter at the beginning. But the changes in the lines now are not what I want.
Let's see what's wrong.
Change this to less. Oh, there you go. That's the line we're going to draw. There was a problem with the algorithm just now. So let's zoom in a little bit. Then the parameters can be adjusted here. It will move slow. It will tighten a little after touching it. And if the number is large, it will move very fast. You can play this by yourself. Let's set it to 0 point for first. Okay, it can also be adjusted here. The larger the number, the more the lines will jitter in place. After diffusion, the scope of diffusion is relatively small. If the number is smaller, it will move to a farther place. You can see what you want to feel. The brightness is slightly adjusted. Don't be so explosive. Less particles. Let's take a look. Put it in the middle. Okay, we have a character model here. Let's change him to an SDF. Remember to open the red and right. Put it in. Then I set it to the size of a square. Back mesh, then save SDF. Okay, let's switch it in. Re-execute. And you see that he's got lines on the periphery. That's because some particles die too early. Let's make particles' lifetime longer. Allow particles to survive until they hit the SDF, then die. If particles die too early, it will create the line directly where it died. Dim the brightness a little. We can try again. Change the lifetime to 1. We saw particles die a second later. They produce lines. It's going to form a sphere. Adjust it. Longer lifetime. That's about it. Let's replace another SDF. I used to have a mobile phone here. iPhone SDF information. We can see it will change to the lines of a mobile phone. Then replace it with a ball. It can directly transform. It's just that you have to wait a while. Its lines will regenerate into their normal shape. Okay, let's take a look at the whole thing again. Check it out. Now we can also put it on the periphery of a humanoid. Make it feel like a shield. You can try again by yourself. Switch to the shape of the phone. Let it seem to surround the person. The feeling of forming a cage can also be. Okay, that's it for this VFX tutorial. Hope you like it. Welcome to subscribe my channel. And then, if you want sample files, you can become my Patreon member. Then you can download the relevant cases. Or you can go directly to my Unity Asset Store to buy relevant VFX products. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time.